burrito, so I feel a little slow now, but we're gonna bang all this out anyways. I'm continuing the job I started yesterday. Got all my parts this morning. We'll just start off with replacing this doorknob here. What's going on with these screws? Somebody stripped these out or something. Oh, that's really weird. There we go. These doorknobs are real quick and easy. I think I charge like somewhere in the ballpark of $25 each for a doorknob or a deadbolt. And you'll see real quick here, these take really almost no time at all to do. There we go. This is a cheap old Defiant doorknob here. They're junk. The new ones, I always use Kwikset SmartKey security. That way I can rekey it to the existing keys for the house, and I don't have to take a new key over to property managers. And I'll show you all how to rekey these two. Let me see if I can show you all this. On these Kwiksets, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but these are where the screws go here. You don't have to screw all the way in. I'm going to try to do this slow and hope that you can see it, but you can turn this while the other part stays still. So you turn it, push it down, pop it back, and it grabs the screws. So it's already, the screws are already started for you when you go to put these on. So yeah, the screws are already here. So then once you push that up, you can just grab this part in the back, turn it counterclockwise, pop it in, turn it clockwise, and it's already on the heads of the screws, and it's almost screwed in all the way at that point. So all you gotta do is just tighten her down. There you go. And then to rekey it, I'll have to grab the key to the house. Here we go. Inside this little package here is a little tool, and I keep these on my keychains. I don't have it on today's keychain because I'm not driving my normal vehicle, but this is the key that you rekey it with. And here's the original key. So all you do, let me make sure y'all see this real good. All right, so to rekey these, you're going to take the new key that came with your new knob, stick it in here, and you want it straight up and down. You want it in the neutral position, like where you would pull it out at. So you stick that in there, put your new key in that neutral position, turn it a quarter turn, so 90 degrees to the right, then pop that little button, then pull your new key out. Put your old key that you want to match in, turn it back and forth a few times, and pull that out. And now this key, the old key, now works on your new knob. So now your property manager doesn't need a locksmith anymore. Test it one more time. There it's locked, and there it's unlocked. And that's how those are done. Very quick and easy. And next, it's going to be this doorbell. What we got in here? EMS. Hiya, what's going on? Travis Blankenship, good morning to you too. And EMS said, I've never seen those keys on a Schlage. Yeah, Schlage is the brand that does not work with this. Also, let's see. Here we go. We're going to have to put this old lockbox back on our new knob here. There we go. Next, here we go. Goes there. We're gonna take, okay, that's a flat head. That's fine. Got to replace this doorbell. Yeah, those Schlages don't have the big quick rekeyable feature on them, and Schlage keys. If your old doorknob is a Schlage, then the key for that Schlage is not usually going to fit and work for your new Kwikset key. Oh, now I wished I would have bought a new doorbell, because I already had one, but this one has a flat back on it, so you don't need any hole drilled in here, and I need one that has a hole. So rather than going to the store, assuming I brought my drill bits with me, rather than going to the store, I'm probably just gonna drill a hole into this. Is this gonna cover? Kinda well. Not perfectly, but that'll work. So, let's make, that's funny. Oh, cool. Well, that means I can just outline where my hole goes now, because we're gonna reuse the old screw holes. And I'll just use my screwdriver to kind of mark it up. And then we'll also have to bring the wires into there as well, which shouldn't be too hard. So let me go grab some tools. I think I brought my drill bits with me. I hope I did. I'll have to put some different types of doorbells into my inventory, I suppose. Oh, come on, did I not bring them? Am I gonna have to hack out some wood with a chisel? I wouldn't have taken it upstairs. Let's go check the car one more time. What do we got? Paul Dardo is on his move out too. That's awesome. Sel said, "Hi Ray, what company you use for workman's comp?" I really don't remember anymore. I don't even have it anymore because I'm not doing work for the property manager I got it for. But I mean, just go online and Google it and go with pretty much anybody. Tetiana Outdoors said, "Just sign in and get the money shot bulletproof." But Jerry Aubrey, what's going on, man? Good to see you, sir. He said, "Howdy Ray," and "Howdy Paul." So yeah, let me take a look in. I did bring him, I just didn't notice him when I was looking. Hey, there's my mom again, Gina Gwines. You guys say hi to my mom. Arthur says hi too. Hi, Arthur. Alright. Let's find a drill bit that's gonna match. We might just use a paddle bit. Ain't gonna be that one though. Ain't gonna be that one. This one's looking pretty dull, but it's the right size, so we'll try it out. One of you guys take my drill? You ever pick up a tool, have it ready, and then all of a sudden you can't find it? And then you find it, and then you go pick something else and you turn back and that tool that you couldn't find that you just found is gone again. And again and again and again, all day, every day. Like maybe you shouldn't be a handyman because you just really cannot ever keep one single tool near your side. It's just me. Where on earth did my drill go? Nope, I swear. I'm gonna fire myself someday. Did I just end up taking it in the car with me? Yeah, I did. There we go. Close. Daniel said, "It's your van." Well, it's my wife's van, but it has AC. I'm not taking my van whenever I don't have to. Daniel Mason said, "You set it down looking for the bit on the passenger side. Good job, sir. Thank you. You should be a handyman. I should not. You won't need to fire yourself." All right. Hopefully. Okay, the wire's coming from the bottom. You don't want to drill all the way through here if those wires are coming from the top. But it looks to me like it's coming from the bottom. Here we go. And then just carve out a little channel for the wires too. That work? I think. All right. So doesn't matter, guys, which which wire you put on which screw. So if you ever take this apart and then you go, oh my God, I don't remember which wire goes on which screw, it really doesn't matter. It's just completing a circuit, and it's indifferent to which wire's on which screw. However, let's test the doorbell. Okay, so the electrical in these wires is working, but the doorbell itself is not dinging. We're not going to fix that. Actually, we may, because they did say to fix the doorbell, so we'll see what it takes, and maybe we'll fix it. Next, just push through. Something I showed y'all yesterday was I buy these particular doorbells, this one I have right here. If you look at the size of it compared to the size of this, it's a little bigger, the plate's a little bigger. And the purpose of buying it that way is to make sure that when we replace these, we don't end up having to go buy touch-up paint to touch up the paint around it. We want the new one to cover all of the area that the old one covered. There we go. Again. Just loosen up the two on the back here. I like how the little circuit card in here is basically touching the screws. And like I said, guys, doesn't matter which screw you put which wire on. It's just completing a circuit. It's like a light switch. It's just a yes or no. Either it's there or it's not. There it is. We're all lit up, so that tells me for sure we got power, but I could hear the doorbell chime box making a weird sound when I touched the wires together earlier, so that's how I knew it was working already. Oh, why aren't you sticking? Did you break? All right. Hold on. Yeah, the tabs didn't break. I don't know why this guy isn't sticking. I've got a spare. There's the tabs. Well, let's try the other one. Be a quick swap. Again. Okay, that one sticks. Good. We got that one done. Get our drill bits back in the kit. All right. Well, I think I figured out something about us losing service, because I just went up the stairs and it lost service when I went up, and I came back down and it brought it back. Hopefully y'all are still here. Yeah, I see 19 of y'all still in here. There we go. So next I'm going to be replacing the light fixture in the hallway. Wonder if I can... Oh, cool. Yeah, I can zoom in. All right, there we go. I'm going to try to do this the most dangerous way possible. And we'll also go ahead and check out. All right, well, a piece of the chime box just fell into my beer. So that does help explain the chime box issue. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear me well, but you should turn the power off when you do this if you don't like getting shocked. I don't really mind getting shocked. I got shocked so many times growing up when I was installing cabinets and putting outlets and backsplashes and stuff. I just got shocked so many times that I don't really mind anymore. Let me show you all these lights too. So this is, I don't know what y'all can see since I'm zoomed in. This is what was installed. This is what I'm putting back. They're not the same light. Our job is to do like kind, and a lot of times you guys are going to call your property manager and ask them to tell you what kind of light to put in, because Home Depot's not going to have one that really truly matches. They don't really want you to do that. If this isn't a super nice home, where somebody clearly picked out every single fixture, if that's not the case, then what they want from you is for you, this is gold, this is gold. This is sconce, this is a sconce. They're not too worried about all the fine details. So just pick one, don't waste your property manager's time. Just pick one and put it in. hopefully the mount lines up on this and I'll just be able to reuse it. But it's not looking like it's gonna. Dude, this thing, the old one, was not even installed correctly now that I'm looking at it too. Yeah, you'll see this mount, it's not really even mounted. White to white. Not that it matters. You can also think anything AC, by the way. It's AC, so all your household voltage does not have polarity. It doesn't care about black and white. It doesn't care which direction the current is running through, because it's an alternating current. It changes direction 60 times a second. So all you really got to do is hook it up. But I mean, I still do, obviously, it's good practice to just go ahead and hook up black to black and white to white, at the very least, so you don't confuse somebody else later. And then shove it back up in there. We're going to point this one up like the last one was. Get our nuts on. Nope, that ain't going to work like that. Sometimes, if you just swap these, I don't know why, but sometimes it'll work if you just swap them. So let's see. No, it's not much better. I'm going to have to get some pliers to tighten that one down. We're going to use the army method and just get a bigger hammer and hit it harder until it works. Maybe. Nope. Got any comments to catch up on? Matt saw a ghost. Handyman Mark's in here. What's up, sir? And Jeff Fielder said, "Morning, Ray. Hope you have a great day. I hope you do too, sir." Break out my trusty Leatherman. In there. There she is. All right. And look. Anybody else have "we're not gonna take it" stuck in their heads? Is it just me? I guess we want to put a bulb in there first too. Yep, that's a small socket. Nope, not the right size small socket. Did we get a bulb with this one? Probably not. It seems like that's the right size. Why does it feel like it is? It is the right size. This is some very thin glass, so I'm not going to tighten this down very far. Am I in all the way? There we go. Now I think we are. There we go. Kind of ugly if you ask me, but it's a rental. All right, so do we have any spares over here? We don't. So this is going to need a new chime box. I do keep a new chime box in my inventory, although I don't know if I loaded that chime box up or not. Yeah, one out-of-date hall lamp, that's correct. Handyman Mark said, "Computer work today. Have I mentioned I hate computer work?" Yeah, man, I think all of us do. I don't know that I've ever met a handyman who doesn't just absolutely despise the admin work side of the job. All right, if I have my chime box, it'll be in here. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Look what I got. That's an old one. Gonna make a little extra 30 bucks on this job and get rid of some old inventory so I can replace it with some new stuff. There we go. There's the old chime box. Jerry said, "Would you recommend a minivan?" That's what I'm leaning towards. I'm split, Jerry, but I do feel like now, after having done this as long as I've done it and whittled down my inventory and my tools and everything, I do feel like I can fit everything I need into a minivan. And just by the way, I may have already told you this, but, well, I mean, I know I've said it on this channel, I just don't know if I might have told you at the camp out. They do make a Dodge Grand Caravan that they call the Tradesman, and it is a Dodge Grand Caravan just like mine, and it has, you know, the same 4x8 footprint in the back where you could slide a piece of plywood in and shut the door. But instead of seats in the back, it just has the 2 front seats, and then in the back it's got a big aluminum floor and it's got a beefed up suspension so that it can carry the extra load of being used by a tradesman. But yeah, I do think actually if and when I buy another handyman vehicle for myself, it's probably going to be a Dodge Grand Caravan. But it's probably not going to be the tradesman special. It's just going to be a Dodge Grand Caravan that I can still take all my stuff out of and pop the seats back up if I feel like it. So these doorbell chimes also, by the way, guys, are super easy. There's 2 wires that come into it, unless you're at a house that has multiple doorbells, and then there will be 4 wires or 6 wires. But 2 wires per push button that are going to come into it. And let's get that disconnected. And then all you've got to do, I believe, yeah, so you hook up 1 wire to the middle one, and then, wait, are those AC or? Yeah, it still won't matter. Hook up 1 wire to the middle terminal and 1 wire to either of the side terminals, doesn't matter which one. Just fish your wires. There's going to be a hole in the back. Every time there's just going to be a hole. It'll be obvious which one it is. So you can fish your wires back into here. Try to kind of center this about where the old one was. If you can't level things visually, break your level out. But if you do this for a while, you're going to be pretty good at leveling things visually to within about 1 degree. And I know that doesn't sound super possible if you've never done that, but it honestly just starts coming natural to you. So let's see if I'm right. I'm pretty sure, it's been a while since I did one, but I'm still pretty certain it's just 1 wire to the middle terminal and then 1 wire to the left or the right, either one. And then also, by the way, like let's say for example we put a wire, we'll put this one on the left-hand terminal. If something goes wrong with that left-hand side, with the left-hand chime, when you come back later on to troubleshoot this because it ain't working, usually you can just swap it over to the other terminal to the other side and you don't even have to replace the chime box. We're replacing this chime box because that didn't work on this one. Let's test it out. Nope. It is working, but it's not working correctly. So, we'll go use the one on the right side then, because the chime on the left side is not quite working right. Try again. There we go. Sounds good. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Billy, this is day 2. Really sucked. I don't know what the deal was. I'm pretty sure I was trying to get sick, because typically if people around me get sick and I get exposed, it's pretty rare that I actually get sick. What usually happens is instead of fully getting sick, I just have a day where I just really kind of feel like crap. And I think that's what yesterday was, because I felt that way the whole rest of the day. And then woke up this morning just feeling great again. All right, what are we doing in here? So I think I brought the kit up for this. Oh, it's in the other bathroom, I bet, because the other bathroom also needs a pop-up stopper. There we go. So that one's good. That one's kind of good. This isn't supposed to be so high right here. This should be down when the stopper is up. So they've got it like high and then less high. And it should really be all the way down here at the bottom of its range, but that's fine though. Let's see, can you all see? Yeah, you can. All right, so we've got a missing stopper. This is my kit here. I got a whole bunch of different styles of stoppers. I've got all the parts that you're gonna need for your pop-up kits. I've even got a pop-in shower drain, some tub drains. I hate these. These are for the old school tub drains, but I keep one of those on hand too. And then I'll do my best to kind of show you all what I'm doing here on this. But these are super easy. Let's see. Oh, this one doesn't look like it's too old either. All right, I'm gonna take my phone out so I can show you guys. So down here beneath the sink, hold on. Zoom in. No. Okay, so there's your rod coming down from the top. Connects up to this little bracket right here. That bracket is full of holes, and the holes are what accept. Hold on. I want to make sure I give you all a good view. So there's the holes, and there's the rod coming through, and here's the drain. So inside of that is the plug that you probably can't see in here, or not a plug rather, but it's a rod. So when you work on these guys, and they're literally usually this loose. You can just take them out by hand. And this right here is what grabs these. Let me put you back in the camera or back in the tripod for a minute. This is what happens when these sit in the sun too long. So that one's not trash, but it needs to be warmed back up. Not heated, just warmed back up basically and put back into shape. Here's a new one, looks pretty good. There you go. And you see how I get the ones that are adjustable. You've got those 3 holes on the bottom. It could go into any of them. So I'm just gonna drop this. Yeah, let me show you some more stuff. You see how it's offset to the back side? Or if you turn it that way, it's to the front side. You want this to the back side. You want this like up to the mirror, up to the faucet, not facing you, because you want that. Here, I'll just take one. I have all the pieces right here. I'll just show you. Okay. So down inside there, you have this rod. This is what I pulled out down below when I unscrewed it, and this rod slides into this hole. So when the rod gets poked up, it pushes that up. When the rod goes down, it pulls it down. That's how this works. So this piece here is the plastic piece that you saw that I pulled out down there. So I'm going to drop this into the drain, and then after it's in the drain at the right spot, then I'm going to bring this in and then tighten down that nut that goes right there. Super quick and easy job. It does fit in the drain, that's good. And then you can try it on different holes to make sure it fits right. I like this one, see that? So then all I do is just put that nut back on down below. The little Teflon, I guess you call it a ball joint. That Teflon ball joint is what seals it off in terms of making sure water doesn't get out and leak. So if I did this right, boom, there we go. Pull that new plastic off of it. This one's done. That's a $50 or $60 job right there. And it's nice and tight. Cool. Throw that back in. And that's what these kits are good for, guys. That's why you gotta build these kits, because otherwise you're running out to your handyman van or your pickup truck or whatever. You're running out there 100 times looking for all kinds of different parts and pieces and tools when you could have had it all in one kit. So this one I'll do the same thing to, I just don't need to show you every step of the way. Oh yeah, that one is not coming off easy. So, grab some pliers. Oh look, there's the old one too. The old one is actually down below. So I'm just, oh wait, is that long enough? Yeah, that's gonna be long enough. Let's bring you down below with me. I'm just looking at comments now. Roberto Salazar's in here. What's going on, man? Edward Pitkin said good morning. He's out doing the same. Right on. Love working. It's my favorite thing in the world, just staying busy. There we go. That might be mostly viewable for you guys. Oh, no. There it is. And then I'm going to come up top where you can't see and put the old one back in there. Do I have it? I do have it. Yep. All right. Come on now. There it is. And then, just for good measure, let's make her a little tighter. There it is. Boom, boom. All right. That one's done. Another 50 or 60 bucks right there. 45, I don't remember. Whatever I have in my custom line items. Y'all have seen them. Either way, that was about 4 minutes right there. So whether it's $40 or $60, that is good money to be making. Being just a handyman. Just a lowly handyman. Where do we want to come in here? Whew. I don't like what that bulb's doing on the end over there. These guys are getting replaced today. Alright, we don't need that kit. Here's the new ones. I think they're pretty ugly, but they're the affordable Home Depot ones, and that's what they want. Ugly. This is one of the reasons, guys, if y'all do full interior paint, remove the fixtures, or at least the fixture plates, and paint behind them. That way you're not painting everything onto the house. Now these are just held in with some drywall screws. And normally I'm not a big fan of that, but honestly these don't weigh anything and nobody's ever putting any pressure on them. So even though I don't feel like drywall screws are necessarily what I'd call the right way to do this, it ain't gonna hurt much either. Oh, Billy said, how come they're being replaced? They're rusty. I'm actually surprised they're replacing them because they're all rusty in every home. But this is kind of what I mean when I talk about property managers not being good at their job and inspecting and stuff. These are literally always rusty. Every single home, all the time. And then every now and then, they'll just happen to notice and they'll think that it's something unique and new and different, when in fact, it's every house. They're always rusty. They just aren't good at inspecting most of the time. And again, you know, when I say property managers, I feel like it should be obvious. I don't mean all property managers. There are good ones, but when we talk about what weaknesses they do have, this is definitely a weakness that is not rare amongst property managers. There we go. Hopefully we're not putting these screws directly back in right where the other ones were. It's not like a huge deal if we are. I just gotta check some things out. Oh man. Well, that ain't gonna work well. I kind of won't have anything to screw that into. So I'm going to need to drill some new holes in this near the top and the bottom. And yeah, that'll be alright. That'll be alright. I am going to need to drill some new holes though, so I'll be right back with the drill. Turn off the power for just a second. There it is. That's good. Nice low. Go. Again, we'll just do the black on black and white on white. But if you get them backwards, it don't matter. It'll still work. I like to shove my wire nuts back into the wall behind there, just so there's no chance they push the front out. Get in there, get in there. There you go. Good girl. All right. And then we do have a little ground screw to hook up. There's some little divots that y'all can't see here, but if you line things up right, then your wire goes between these two little divots and it kind of keeps it from trying to spin around while you're putting the ground screw in. There we go. How does that look? Not bad at all. Got any comments? Oh, a lot of comments. Oh, a lot of comments. Vela said, hello everyone, I'm new here. I'm a handyman for the last 15 years. I'm really enjoying this channel. Awesome, I'm glad you like it. Welcome to the community. Billy said, I see. Derek said, just tuning in, what are we doing today? We're finishing up a move out. Chewing Fat said, steel wool and some WD-40 like new. Probably. Billy said, welcome in, Vela and Derek. Keenan said, what's up, Ray? Don't shock yourself. Yeah, I don't mind if I do shock myself, but I haven't yet. Billy said, I guess being in avionics electronics, there's no fear of live circuits. Yeah, that even goes all the way back to childhood, doing construction work with my stepdad's family. I got shocked quite a bit as a kid. By the time I was even an adult, I kind of didn't mind anymore. Keenan said the last top 10 video, he said 1 in 5 electrical jobs he gets shocked, so I'd say the fear is minimal. Yep, it's not 1 in 5 electrical jobs, but it is 1 in 5 outlets or switches. Usually fixtures I'm not going to get shocked on, but outlets and switches, if I'm swapping them out, probably 1 in 5 I get shocked, and it always freaks out the tenant. But I just tell them ahead of time, like, hey, by the way, if you see me jump, I don't mind getting shocked, don't worry. Handyman Nate said, my knees are hurting just watching you. Yeah, it's not fun. Chewin' Fat said, do you prefer wire nuts, the push-in style connectors, or the new door style electrical connectors? I definitely prefer wire nuts. I hate the push-in style. I hate it. I think it's one of the worst ones there is. They can cause a lot of overheating and electrical fires. They go bad frequently. And then the new door style, I know of them, but I haven't used them, so I don't have an opinion. Keenan said wire nuts are the best in my opinion. I would agree with that. And then somebody with the name of notifications said, hey, I'm 13 with 6 kids. That's weird. Mizzy said, say your skibbity and I'll donate $20. I don't even know what that means. Your skibbity. Vela said, so nice to have a handyman community. Well done. Yeah, this is a community for sure. Skibbity. I don't need y'all's money though. I make brands pay. No paywalls on this channel. I make brands pay for everything. I don't want y'all's money. Y'all spend it on your family. Billy said troll. Pascal said sighting. Mizzy said, what is going on here? The Baron said, bro, you're in the wrong house. Cool. All right. Sometimes I feel like I'm old and I just don't know what half of y'all are talking about half the time. So if y'all watch again how these come off, super easy. You got to get the bolts out first, of course. This is so easy, a handyman can do it. You just pop these. Oh, look at that. Just pulling the whole thing off too. That's fine. Oh yay, I love it when there's barely any wire to work with up here. There we go. And it looks like that one's pigtailed off of this one, which I guess is to be expected, really. That is pretty usual. Alright. Go ahead, since I don't have any light anyways, might as well flip that switch off. Boy, I wish y'all could see how bowed out this wall is. There is nothing flat about this wall here. Okay. Y'all see where they beat the drywall in? They did it on that one too. They had to beat the drywall in just to make room. Oh yeah, let's open up this new one. Same thing with this, guys. Just pop these off. This is what holds the whole thing together. One, two. Got wires, fish room, wires, that's on this one. That guy. That one's up. Right out there. Just about there. Right out there. Yeah, like that. That's low. And that right there. Okay. I have to drill another hole. Now, I've already got one side screwed in, and I don't want to have a hole drilled right where I want my new screw to go, so I'm just going to drop this down. There we go. Okay, pretty good. Boy, it's all so crazy. There we go. What else? Black. I'm going to twist this ground wire into this twisted pair of ground wire here. That way all I have to do is connect the tip of this one. See down there. Yeah. What do I do? Oh, it's on here. Okay. Alright. That's my fault. There we go. Now we're cooking. So there we go. 2 new light fixtures. The wall's extremely warped, so they're not seating very flat. But short of unwarping the wall, there's not really much to be done about it. So it's just gonna have to be what it is. I don't know why that wall got so bowed in like that. All right, let's look at some comments now. Vela said, "Welcome to the club. I have no idea what kids are saying these days." I'm sure it means something funny, but I just don't know what it is. Bro, I literally saw clicks in the last stream I saw. I don't know what that means, man. You saw clicks? I'm not trying to be rude. I just really don't know what y'all mean when you say stuff sometimes. Keenan said, "Got to jump on my next project. Keep up the good work, Ray. Thank you. Hope good luck on your project." Mizzy said he was in the chat. Okay. Chewin' Fat said, don't worry, they don't know what they're saying either. Vela Ryan said, hey man, started my business after watching you back in December. I've got multiple excellent managers on the books as well as multiple $20,000 to $30,000 projects lined up. Thanks for inspiring. You're welcome, sir. Vela said, well done. Vela also has to go. Thanks for coming in though. Chewin' Fat said, I'm getting in mental reps with less videos with your mini blind installs. Do you reuse the existing holes or make new ones? And do you patch the old ones? Typically, I do not use the old holes. I make new ones just so I know everything's grabbing really good. Unless it's like in a stud. If I can feel that it hit lumber, then I go ahead and use that. But otherwise, I don't reuse old holes. And unless we're doing a paint job on the house, as long as the old holes aren't going to show, because you got to remember they're being covered up by a set of blinds. So as long as the old holes don't show, then I don't do anything to the old holes either, other than maybe put a dab of caulk in them just so they're not open holes. But generally, if they can't be seen, then that's the type of thing they would rather get wrapped up in a future full interior paint than to pay you extra for patching holes that no one can see. Now, if I was working on a homeowner's house, I'm sure I'd patch them because the homeowner would want me to. But for this kind of work, they would not want to pay me extra to patch those holes. Keenan's back. Awesome. Billy said, Ray, I know probably for the sake of streaming, do you listen to music while you work? Just wondering. Yeah, normally I would be. If I wasn't streaming right now, I'd have my phone connected up Bluetooth to my stereo, and I have a few different playlists. I have like my favorite country playlist, which is mostly 80s and 90s country, maybe even some early 2000s, and a smattering of new stuff. But I like, Clint Black, George Strait, Alan Jackson. There's too many to name. George Jones, anything from 70s through especially mid 90s to the year 2000, that whole time range of country. I also listen to a lot of Metallica and classic rock, like older than Metallica. I listen to a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I'm usually streaming music. Chewin' Fat said thanks, and Billy said cool. Alright, man, what do we got next? I guess we got, this one don't even look too bad. Let me take y'all with me. Now, I might lose y'all when I go down the stairwell, because that seems to be where I drop service. I'm going to take a little break and read over my list. This is a good move out. I love doing move outs. I really do. There's just so much work to do, and you get to start kind of taking pride in your speed. Like, start timing yourself and really just learn how to get these jobs done faster. And then, if you don't like your time, you can look at what you did and figure out how could I make it faster. Like, did I have to run out to the van to grab a tool that I don't always need on this job? Like when I did the sink stopper under there, I ended up needing a pair of pliers, and I didn't have a pair with me. And honestly, I could go buy, at a yard sale even, or at the dollar store, I could spend just a couple dollars on a cheap set of channel locks, and that would do me just fine. Alright, y'all are still here. My son's trying to call me. I texted him what's up, so hopefully he'll text back. I may disappear in and out of this stream while I answer his text, because I think it does disconnect me, but I'll be back very quickly. Matt said, hello, Ray. Do property management companies typically care if you have a website or not? Not really, man. I do suggest that you have one because, what I suggest is that when you're communicating with them, your email address ends with, like mine would be ray@mybusinessname.com instead of AOL.com or gmail.com or hotmail.com. So to get that, you're going to need a domain that's going to be yourbusinessname.com. That's what you're going to have to do to get that. So you might as well build a website. If you watch my website building video that I did, I don't know, a month ago, maybe 2 months ago at most, it's a super, super easy process, but you're not using it to get work. You know what I mean? You're not trying to to like draw in business with your website. It's just a landing page, so if people check on you to see if you're legit, they land on a website that looks legit. Oh, Matt said also, where's my hat? I thought I left it at this job yesterday. So when I left the house this morning, I didn't look for it. I started looking for it, and then I went, oh, wait a minute. I think I left it on the job yesterday. So I didn't look for it this morning. So I'm going to go check and see about my son's text. I'll be right back. All right, there's no text from him yet. Billy said, is there a free domain or do all of them charge? I know there's places. Well, so the thing is, you don't want just a domain. You have to in the end, you have to pay somebody for web hosting and email hosting. But if you look at this business in the bigger picture, then like if you're, I don't know what it costs per month to have a website. Like I don't remember the pricing. I'm guessing it's between $10 and $50 a month or something. But I wouldn't fret over just a few dollars a month for something that helps your business, for something that makes you a legit business, that makes your clients view you and treat you like a legit business and not like some guy who's got like a manual receipt book and he's like scribbling stuff out on receipts and texting it to them instead of just like get the insurance, get the CRM, get the website, just get all the things that you need to have to be a legit business. That's just part of the cost of becoming a business. And if you can't, then I really don't know. It's not going to be the end of the world if you use a Gmail account. I'm just trying to give you all my best advice for how to do what I'm doing. So my best advice for that is that you have a domain ending in @yourbusinessname.com, and that when they search that, it takes them to a website that looks like a legit website, so they can breathe a sigh of relief and start feeling like this guy they're about to send work to is probably a legit business rather than just some guy, you know? Because there's 1,000 just some guys like Chucks with a truck out there. You want to present the image of a business. Yeah, Billy said you left with a hat yesterday. Yeah, I kind of figured that out today when I got here. I guess I could go see if it's in the car. I mean, honestly, didn't even look in the car, but I highly doubt it is because I probably would have seen it and pushed it out of my way. And it's not going to be in the back because I just won't throw it in the back with tools like that. So yeah, I guess I did wear it home and I must have taken it inside. But when I didn't see it this morning and I started looking for it, my brain just told me that I was gonna find it here at this house. Chewin' Fat said, just finished up my site. It was like $175 for the year for the web address and web hosting. Chewin' Fat said, GoDaddy, the email was a little pricey, like $50 a year, so I didn't do that, just went with the Gmail account. Oh no, it's not at my son's house either, actually. Yesterday was so outstanding. I got home and I thought I had a few hours to relax before we went to my son's for Father's Day dinner. And I was fully in the mindset of going, don't relax too much, Ray, because you do have to get up and get dressed and go later on. And then my wife reminded me that because my son is with his biological father right now until Wednesday, we put off the Father's Day dinner until Wednesday so that my other son, my 8-year-old, could be there. So yesterday was great because when she told me that, my eyes got all big and I was like, wait a minute. Are you saying I'm done for the day? Because if we're not going to dinner, I'm not doing anything else today. I'm just going to put my pajamas on and relax, which I never do. Keenan said, I've been told by multiple handyman businesses here in Oregon that it's crucial to get your general residential license to do handyman work. I got the course and NASCLA book. What do you think? I think yes. I think any license that you can get is a good thing, for sure, every single time. Thanks for your help, Billy. I appreciate it. All right, let's look at this list. I don't know if it's gonna, maybe let's not get it out in the sun like that. See how we look here. So I removed the child lock. I replaced the front door handle. I rekeyed it to match so I don't need to drop off any new keys. I replaced the doorbell and tested it. Downstairs bathroom door stopper needs adjusted. I replaced it yesterday. Now I need to recalk a tub. I already did the sink stopper. The flooring I'm not going to touch. I'm going to send them a whole novel about the flooring. I'm not touching that. Rubber topper to the door stopper is missing. Okay, so I need to check the door stopper in the upstairs bathroom too. Small cracks in the door. I'm probably not going to do anything about that. I'm going to send them an estimate for a new door most likely. We'll have to see what it looks like when I get there. So I need to have my door stopper kit up there. It looks like there's 2 door stoppers necessary. Sink stopper I already did. Oh, I need to tighten the toilet seat in the master bathroom also. Redo the caulking in that shower also. Put closet fixture dome back on. I did that yesterday. Small crack by tub to patch. Bedroom on left, light fixture cover, I think I did yesterday. I'm not going to do any of the blinds. I'm sending them a big estimate for all of that. Reattach loose screen. Okay, we'll just head up there, work on the bathrooms some more, and we'll take the door stopper kit with us. No, that's my ceiling fan kit. We're going to need this upstairs too, though. You can tell it's a ceiling fan kit because it says ceiling fans. Fast Handyman, Corey's homework said professional speed punch list. That's right, man. You get a nice big punch list and you're quick. That adds up. Pittsburgh Toddy's in here. Said I had an accident a couple months ago and still have pain in my neck and back. It's been really hard to keep busy as I can only work for a couple hours at a time. That sucks, man. Matt said, any advice for someone starting out with limited skills but a decent general construction knowledge? That puts you in the perfect position to be a handyman. YouTube. Say yes, show up at the job, and figure it out. That's what I've done. Williamson's Dream Fixtures said, have you started building kits for each category of work? I can't say for sure that I've done so for literally every single category of work, but I've got probably somewhere in the ballpark of 25 to 30 kits altogether. So I've done quite a few of them. And the purpose of the kits, I've kind of already told y'all, but the purpose of the kits is speed. It's so that I can come into the house and just be fast. Now this right here, I've already sprayed once this morning, but I forgot to come back and scrape yet. But this is a bunch of adhesive double-sided tape, and I sprayed it down with WD-40, and as you can see, when you do that, everything just starts coming right off. So if y'all give me a second, I'm going to run and grab a couple rags to kind of wipe this down, scrape, wipe again, spray again, and then we'll come back up here to the ceiling fan. I'm going to take my screwdriver, and I'm not going to scrape on the door. I'm just going to lightly push on the edge of the tape. And see, because this has been soaking in that WD-40, a big chunk of it's actually coming off for me already. And I know this looks like I'm probably scratching up the door, but if you could be here and see how I'm doing it, I'm really putting no pressure on the tip of this screwdriver at all. It's not scratching anything. It's just giving a little push to the edge of the tape to pull the tape off. Yep. And that's another one of those speed things, is when you've done enough of these and you show up and you know that this job is here to be done, removing this. So you just kind of know that before you really even get to work on anything, you're going to come spray this down with WD-40 and then just kind of forget about it until you get to that portion of the list. But because I did that, all of this, maybe not all of it, but the vast majority of this is just peeling right off for me with very little effort. Oh, Paul Dardeau, I can't remember, I don't know if you're in here or not, but we were talking about my favorite screwdriver at the camp out. This is it. See how the tang goes all the way back to the handle and it's riveted on? That's all one solid piece. It's my favorite screwdriver that I've ever had. All right, this one little chunk here is the only one not coming off super easy. So I'm just gonna kind of wipe all this down again. And then I'll spray these again. And when I come back over these spots where the old tape was at the end here, when I come back over that with the rag and give it a little bit of pressure, it's gonna pull that right off too. Yo said, brother, thank you for the videos. I'm starting my handyman business. Thank you for your help and guidance. You're very welcome. Chewin' Fat said, hope to get in with real estate managers doing move out. Seems like a variety of work and an empty home to do it in would be my ideal work environment. It's definitely my ideal work environment. Billy said, now if all else failed, would you provide an estimate to paint? For this door here, I feel like, yeah, I would do the paint. I wouldn't give him an estimate. I'd probably just go ahead and do the paint on the door. WD-40, would orange oil do the same? Yeah, most of the products that you buy for removing adhesive are one form or another of WD-40. They're all very similar chemically. Paul Dardeau said, yep, I'm here. Those screwdrivers are awesome. All right, and then, there we go. Okay. This is funny. They've got this chain and this chain just kind of hooked up together, and I've got my ceiling fan kit. Oh, perfect. Got exactly